All right, guys, today's video, we're going to be talking about Marathon. Now, Marathon is a brand new video game that's coming out from the people that made Destiny and Halo, which is obviously Bungie, and they're coming together to make a team shooter style video game. Here we go again, right? A lot of people are looking at this game and immediately are drawing comparisons to Concord, and for a multitude of reasons. They have nothing to do with wokeness or anything, by the way. It's just simply really bad business decisions that they are doing with a game that, for all intents and purposes, should be a free-to-play game. The biggest drama right now around this game is the fact that it is going to be a premium price video game. Not a maximum premium price, but it is going to charge a premium for you to be able to join the game in a market that is dominated by free-to-play shooters. This is not going to end up being a good decision, but I guess we're going to see. And the best thing we could do now is react to the gameplay trailer that dropped about 3 hours ago. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So let's check out the gameplay footage. This is apparently from their alpha gameplay, so I'm very curious to see what this is. But this released about 3 hours ago, and it says it's Marathon official gameplay reveal trailer. Let's check it out. Now, I want you to keep in mind as we are watching this trailer, just keep in mind that this is not going to be a free-to-play shooter. I want you to understand that they're going to charge you money in order to gain access to this video game, just like they did with Concord. So if that helps you, have a decision in your mind, I just want you to have that information.
Things. But the dream is not over. My dream, yours.
This is almost like cyberpunk style-ish kind of graphics and just overall aesthetic going on over here. I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to create a team shooter. I feel like these guys should have learned their lesson with what happened with Concord. And I can't believe they're doubling down on Marathon. And then on top of that, not making it a free-to-play title. But anyway, we'll talk about it after the rest of the gameplay.
Now, run.
September 23rd, 2025. Now, one thing is they did say that you can wishlist it on all platforms, so it will be available day one on all platforms, which is a major W in my opinion, and we need to make sure we keep doing that. So let's talk about the actual game itself. So we have an article here from Insider Gaming with a headline that reads, Marathon is not free to play and will be a premium priced video game. This has to be one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen, ever. And I gotta imagine that they're probably doing this because of Destiny, right? Destiny was a game that had a lot of PvP aspects to it, on top of PvE, obviously. But it was a premium price video game because it played like a single-player PvE game. To my knowledge, this game is not going to necessarily have that, and is focused on a team shooter-esque style video game. It says that the game will release on September 23rd as a premium product, meaning players will be asked to pay full price Hussein also confirmed that the game will feature a seasonal content model with its own battle pass, 3 maps at launch, a 4th coming later, and a persistent story. Now, when they say persistent story, I don't know if you're going to be able to partake in any kind of single player gameplay of any kind. I highly doubt it. I'm sure when they mean persistent story, it's kind of the same thing that they were talking about with Concord, where the vignettes, right? And the whole, oh, don't worry, every week you log on, there's going to be story for you to... Bro, this is Concord 2.0. And again, it's not even about like the wokeness. I'm not even talking about that. Don't care. I didn't see any, so I don't really care about that. I'm talking about the business aspects of this. This is the dumbest shit that I've ever seen. Like, how are you going to compete against the free-to-play shooters that just do it better or do it the same, right? Even if you do it the same, even if you do it better, it doesn't matter. You are charging an entry fee. Now, keep in mind, it is not going to be a $79.99 entry fee or a $69.99 entry fee. It's probably going to be around the same as Concord, which is $30 to $40. They're going to charge a smaller entry fee, but at the end of the day, they are still charging an entry fee when their competition is saying, you know what? You don't got to pay us anything. Just come play our game. We guarantee you're going to like it so much that you're going to buy a skin here and there and whatnot. That's what they're banking on. Before players panic about having to pay $70, though, it's already been reported that Marathon's price point won't be close to that figure. Forbes gaming writer Paul Tassi, who's long covered Bungie and Destiny, stated on X that they received confirmation that Marathon is not $70 and will be not even close to that number. The official Marathon account has since doubled and confirmed that game will be a premium title, but not full price, and stated that more details will be announced in the summer. As Tassi wrote in an earlier post, releasing closer to $30 to $40, of course, still comes with its own risk. Several players reacted to the reveal that Marathon won't be free to play immediately are already making comparisons to Concord. Concord, a multiplayer shooter released in 2024 as a debut game for Firewalk Studios, launched at $40 price point for its standard edition, and sadly for Firewalk, the game received lukewarm reception. Again, lukewarm. Imagine trying to say Concord had lukewarm reception. Bro, that game got crucified. What are you talking about lukewarm reception? The game received lukewarm reception from critics and failed to establish any sort of reliable player base. Within 2 weeks of launch, the game was shut down, and Firewalk Studios was closed down 2 months later in what's considered one of the biggest launch disasters in gaming history. Guys, I got to be real with you. So I don't think we're going to see another Concord necessarily, because I feel like unlike Firewalk Studios, Bungie has that namesake. Bungie has that player base built in, and I feel like Bungie has some fanboys. So I really don't think that it's going to be the same scenario, right? Firewalk, nobody knew who the fuck they were, right? This was their first outing, and they wanted to charge $40. They wanted to be the premium boy, and nobody knew who they were. Whereas everybody knows Bungie for the most part. So I think that alone is going to carry the game a little bit further than something like Concord. However, I got to imagine, even if you are Bungie, you must realize that the competition that you are trying to put your game around is going to be heavily stiff, if you catch my drift. And then on top of that too, they don't charge an entry fee, and you are charging an entry fee. Even if it's $30 to $40, you're still the only idiot charging $30 to $40. So yeah, sure, you're going to have some people play your game. Of course, it's going to be obvious. It's Bungie. But I don't think it's going to be what it obviously could be if it was free to play. If they did this free to play and did it the right way, I think they would have a lot more success than charging an entry fee and trying to get people to pay that initial $30 to $40. I think it's going to be a big mistake on their end, and we're just seeing them repeat themselves over and over and over and over and over again. I don't understand how you didn't learn from Concord and Firewalk Studios. It's almost as if these people do not learn from their own mistakes, which we have seen time and time again. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.